Okay. Well, I'm not sure what's happening. Let me see. Go live. Okay. It says we're live. Okay, I'm sorry. We're having a little bit of glitch here with the internet. So let me bring Derek up.
Okay.
Hey, Derek.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, you sound pretty good now. You sound pretty good now. Kathy's going to be joining us here in a minute. And what happened is that we all came on board, and then we started this echo thing, and it delayed. So we had to pop out and come back in at the last minute. So that's where we're at. So Kathy's going to be here with us. Pardon?
Well, I think I'm still hearing a little.
Are you still hearing a little? Is my mouth in my?
No.
Like
okay. Let me testing.
You sound great.
Okay, so the echo is gone.
Yeah, I don't hear an echo. Okay, here comes Kathy. Let's see. Hey, how's it going? Oh, this is fine. You're down below.
Is the sound better?
No.
No.
I'm like delayed.
I'm like delayed.
Okay.
You're
I
late.
talk and then it's delayed.
Well,
I'm gonna go out. You guys stay. Just tell them what you're doing at home. I'm gonna go out and then I'll come in.
Okay.
I hope it doesn't matter because we've never done that
before.
Okay,
There's only one other choice that I have is.
Okay, I'll try it.
Okay. Are you hearing me?
What?
Okay.
Am I still delayed? Can you hear me, Derek?
Yes, I can hear you.
But I'm still delayed?
But there is still a little bit of a delay.
So it's me.
Yeah, so we know who
it is.
It's not you, it's me.
Well, let's just go with it. Let's just driving us crazy.
Okay.
So is everybody home? Are you home?
Are you home?
Yes, I am. I'm at home. I'm in front of my computer. So
You're home, you're in front of your computer. Me too.
I'm in front of my computer too. We're all going a little crazy.
I'm going to get a little tipsy tonight, so this is going to be fun.
Oh, well, we all be able to get all of her secrets. So, let me do the intro in case anyone's listening. So, hey guys, we have a little back thing going on. So I have to speak, and then my voice will catch up with you. So you guys are listening to WGSN-DB, Going Global Network, radio, TV, and podcast. We're the #1 internet singles talk network. And you're listening to the Boy and Girl Thing Show. I am CC Schatz, a doyen of relationships. Kathy Lamb is the one with the wine glass.
It's pretty, isn't it?
That's pretty fancy wine glass there.
It's a pretty glass.
That's right. So you're practicing for our Saturday happy hour.
Yes, I'm practicing.
I don't know if Kathy has to practice from that. She looks like a professional.
You know what? I'm going to try. I'm going to try to do something different here. I'm going to try to do this on my cell phone. Maybe the voice will be different. Okay.
What are you using?
Are you using Chrome? You did come in using Chrome.
Right?
Yes, I am using Chrome, and that's another thing that I had a choice of doing Chrome or Samsung, and so I chose Chrome. So I'm thinking, well, maybe I should have chosen Samsung. Maybe the voice will be different. But
good try.
But which device are you on?
I'm on a Galaxy Note tablet.
Try the cell phone, because last week when you used the cell phone, it was clear and good.
Do what?
Yeah, use the cell phone.
Use the cell phone.
Yeah, use the cell phone.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good plan there, lady. Good plan. Hey guys, if you're listening, we're having some glitches here because of the internet, but hey, we don't care. We just go with the flow of things. Trapped in our houses. We're going crazy.
Okay,
We're going crazy.
I'm going to go out and come
That's
back
my
in on my
excuse,
phone,
but I'm
okay?
sticking to it.
That's my excuse, but I'm sticking to it.
Okay, how do we sound now?
I think we sound good now.
I think we sound good.
Yes.
We sound real good.
No, it isn't agreeable at all.
Yeah, it's something with her her notebook. She got like a notebook, I think she's on.
Right.
So it's creating some sort of bouncing thing going on.
A loop going on somewhere there. So
yeah, some sort of loop. We're in a loop.
We're in a loop.
Not loopy, but we're in a loop.
Oh man, so how did you spend the week?
How did I spend my week? You know, I'm actually feeling good now. I've been so sick for the last month, and yes. I feel really great now. So I've been working. I've been doing some creative stuff. I've got some new stuff on the horizon, which I'm going to surprise everybody with. Okay, so cool. I'm developing another site to add to our collection of sites, and yeah, so I'm having a lot of fun, doing stuff.
That's a good thing. That's a very good thing.
Yeah, so we're going to Saturday night, we're going to get together and have our Saturday night happy hour chat, which I will be having a glass of wine while we're talking. I'm not tonight because I'm producing 2 other shows after this, but I want to have my wits about me. But yeah, so we're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about some different topics, and so far it's been very well received. So I think we're going to have a pretty nice group of people. So anyone listening, go on the events, and you'll find us there under the events, and we're having a happy hour Saturday chat. Saturday night online chat is what it's called. So come and join us. We're going to be on zoom.us, and we can see each other just like this and talk, and we're going to shoot the breeze. So
that'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
All right, here's Kathy back, so we can get on. How is it now, Kathy?
I don't know. How is it?
Perfect. Yeah. So here we go.
Let's see how I can do this now. So I can.
I was just talking about our Saturday night chat.
Okay.
So I'm going to have I hardly drink now. I hardly drink any alcohol at all. I mean, I can't remember now the last time I had a drink.
Well, that can't be too healthy.
Well, I don't know. I'm happy anyhow. It doesn't matter. I mean, I'm a happy person, so I could live without it. But I noticed I'm not drinking alcohol like I used to.
Honestly, that's good because I'm not a drinker.
Yeah.
I
can take it or leave it. So I'm high on environment. Pardon?
I hardly ever drink at home. I never drink alone. And
you're with us.
Yeah, I'm with you guys now. So
yeah, you're with us now. Yeah, so you're not alone. Yeah. So you guys, this is a boy and girl thing. So we're going to talk about what are we going to talk about tonight, Kathy? You're in charge of subjects.
Oh.
So you didn't know?
Well, let's see.
See how I handed that right off? I can be a football player.
Man. Okay. What's everybody been doing with their day?
Oh, we already covered that. Where have you been, girl?
I've been trying to adjust the
mowed your lawn. You mowed your lawn today.
I did mow my lawn today. I had to use two lawnmowers, and then I have to finish it again tomorrow.
Wow. Yeah. It must be a big lawn or a very special lawn.
Well, it's special and it's big. It's, and it's battery operated lawnmowers, and that's why I didn't finish.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
anyways, I've been watching the news a lot about this virus thing, and that's been having me concerned, about how long it's going to be before we all get together.
Yeah. I haven't watched it at all today, so I don't know. But I will tell you that I had a friend, cousin pass away.
Oh my.
Yeah, so she found out on Monday that she had the illness, and she passed away yesterday morning.
Wow, so quickly.
Yeah. And then, pardon?
She lives in Florida?
I don't know her. I only know my friend, and my friend lives in Florida. And so she is her cousin, and she's 68. That's all that I know. I don't know if there was any, but it was very, very quick. But here's the thing is that what I've heard is that it's the isolation so much, not only like what we're feeling, we're so isolated, but then when you get sick, you're isolated. And then of course she died by herself because her family couldn't be anywhere near her.
So did she have any underlying illnesses?
Yeah, I don't know. That I don't know. Yeah, okay. I don't know.
Well,
but so it's very sad. This is very sad.
It's a good thing if you have neighbors that are good, that you like, if you like your neighbors and all, because I feel really lucky because I get along with all of my neighbors, and they're checking up on me and asking me if I need anything, and they're just just being. I mean, they've always been nice, so they're just being extra nice, about everything.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, we had because I live in the community, and it's live in top of the world. It's a senior citizen community, and so it's very nice actually. And so and we had an email go out in our building, our whole building was quite large, and a couple said that they're going to pick up any supplies anybody needs. So just let them know, which was very sweet.
Well,
yeah, because there are some people that are by themselves. I mean, there's one lady I know, she's on a walker and she's by herself. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I have a cousin in New York who got it.
Oh.
Yeah, she's 71, and fortunately she recovered.
Thank goodness.
So she's now back home from the hospital.
That's what I want to hear. I want to hear about the survivors, and because you keep hearing how many deaths. Well, I want to hear more about how many lives, how many people survived. That's what I want.
Well, okay, Kathy, this is what I did hear. I did hear that what they're thinking about doing now is the ones that have actually have the disease, they've caught the disease, but it wasn't really affected. They're thinking about taking their blood and using their antibodies. So, I mean, that's a very positive outlook. So it looks like, we're really, I think we're really truly doing, things in order to try to get a handle on this. So I really commend them, everyone out there that's working hard, and all our caregivers and everything.
There's a lot of hard work out there, a lot of dedicated responders. I mean, nurses, doctors, people working on the machinery in the hospitals. It's a tremendous effort.
I mean, they're so brave. They're getting face to face with the people that have the virus and all. And I was hearing tonight about how they're trying to do some studies on, how to use the vaccine. Well, they have to get people to volunteer to study this. And they were talking about, this one girl, she's just graduated from med school or something. I'm not sure what it was, but she volunteered for this, fully knowing that she could die, but when they do volunteer, they say they get the best of best care,
of course, yes. And of course, there has to be some kind of a treatment for the disease that should be coming on stream. So I was reading an article today from a Thai medical website from Thailand, and on that website they were saying that the Chinese have used traditional Chinese medicine, a concoction of different herbs, as well as some modern medicine to actually fight the virus and bring it under control in Wuhan. So, so there are all kind of things happening out there. Experimentally, I know in Germany they're on pace developing a vaccine. in Israel as well. So it's a tremendous effort. It's a tremendous effort. And you find that places that responded quickly and responded, I would say an overwhelming force, like South Korea. They brought it under, they flattened that curve pretty quickly in South Korea. Yeah. So, there is hope. It's not hopeless. I tell people, like some people say it's the end of the world. I don't know. It might be the end of the world as we know it.
Everything's gonna be so different when it's all over with, because it's gonna be a while, and it's just gonna be I hope that it'll bring people together in a better way than.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Really hope so.
And you're seeing that because all of the nations are working together for a cure. All of us.
Unfortunately, we still see politics battling and, and unnecessarily the way they're doing. But anyways, but I think as far as people go, the general public and all, we're being good about it, I think, most of the time.
I think so. And the thing is that I tell some people are panicking about it, but I say, look back at history. The first epidemic in recorded history was in 530 BC, decimated Athens. And we have had a series of epidemics and pandemics ever since. In the 1300 and something, that plague killed half of Europe and a lot of Asia. 1918, that pandemic took about 60 to 70 million lives. So we have to kind of reflect and put things in perspective and understand that this will pass.
I was talking to my niece. She lives in Australia, and just the other day, and she was telling me, how things were over there. And she said, when this thing hit over there, she said, Chinese people, they've got a lot of Chinese people that live in Australia. And she said that they were buying everything that people were needing, the toilet. They were buying all of the toilet paper, all the sanitary stuff, and they were sending it to China.
Well, maybe that's why we have no toilet paper.
So I'm thinking too, maybe that's what was happening here too. They were buying all of it. And
I have seen just everybody here buying toilet paper, cleaning the shelves.
Well, I will tell you that my daughter bought me toilet paper, and I love her for it.
I like to. I've always done this. I don't like to hoard things. I don't buy things in bulk. I just like to use things until they're, until I'm out of it, and then I go to the store and buy some more, because that way I feel like I'm getting fresh stuff. Right. I don't want to get stuff that's been sitting on the shelf for 2 years. So, people ask if I need, and I'm like, well, let me run out of what I have,
Yeah, and this one caught me with my pants down, so to speak, because, I just am accustomed buying what I need. And then when stuff kind of was getting low, I said, okay, let's go to the grocery. My brother and I went to the grocery, and we were so surprised to see the grocery shelves clean. So,
I was shocked myself.
Yeah.
I didn't get that. It's like, well, that was like only when it was we just heard about it for like 2 weeks, was out, and it's like all of a sudden I go in the store and I go, what is this, a hurricane or something?
Hurricane, yes.
Well, I know. I told my son, lives in Baltimore, and I said to him, and I've told all my kids and everything, when it first came out, when I first heard about it, I said, you need to treat this like a hurricane, and you need to be prepared. You need to have some things in stock. And so luckily they all did that. I did a little bit because I have my dad, I take care of my father. So I really can't be without things. So I bought a little extra soup and a little extra stuff, but nothing crazy. And I didn't buy toilet paper. I didn't think to buy. I thought there would be that stuff there. And so then when we started going through the shortage, then I went and got, like extra paper towels and extra stuff. And so now we are pretty stocked here, but I'm still not crazy. And then I bought extra and then I gave it to my son. I gave, my son that lives here in St. Pete, so I gave it to him, and
Right.
my daughter did the same because he'd been working and he couldn't go shopping. So, he was like you. Then when he went shopping, there was nothing in the stores.
Nothing. Like Lysol or hand sanitizer. So luckily we had a little bit of hand sanitizer because my brother, he works, and the job he does is in he works as a contractor with not Bright House anymore, but what they call them now, Spectrum. Mm-hmm. So therefore they have to go out and see people because people are calling for the internet connections. You have to make sure they're all up and working. People are working from home, but they are not giving these guys any PPEs, no personal protection equipment. And
no.
Yeah. So I'm telling you, man, I don't know how long you can continue this, but we went looking for some and we didn't find any. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking online now to see whether there are some things I can order online for him because, that should be the company's responsibility to make sure that these guys are protected because you were telling them that you want them out there doing this stuff still.
The minute somebody catches something, then they're going to say, then they're going to do something. But what are they waiting for? Somebody to get it or what?
But here's the thing. It's not just for him getting it, but also he's going from house to house. So he's taking it with him from house to house to house. Yeah. And so, they make Spectrum I actually would talk to him last night about my bill. It's like, what happened to my bill? It was like 180 something. It's like 200 something now. Oh yeah, well mine's 215 now. I said, what happened to this? I didn't do anything different. I'm not, the equipment's all the same. Why is it so expensive? But anyhow, they make a lot of money. There's no reason for them to issue gloves. They should issue gloves and some protective gear.
Even protection, even face shields and masks and stuff. They're supposed to give them this type of stuff.
They should. I think if any employer expects their people to continue working in this crisis, like where a lot of us are staying home and working, if they expect them to continue working, then they need to protect them as best they can.
And I think that they should demand it.
But you can still order gloves. I order gloves because I use them for my father. So I order gloves. So I get gloves online.
But somebody sent me a link today on the masks, the N95 masks, and they're like $8 a piece.
A piece.
Yes.
Wow.
And this is probably why, the hospitals are having to use them 5 times before they throw them away. Yep. Because somebody's jacked up the prices on them. These are the N95 ones, but, I think that if we cover our face, it protects us from getting, and the people that we're talking to are wearing their, something to protect their face. I think that's pretty good, Yeah,
it's pretty good. But it's still a risk because if your mask doesn't fit properly, it can get into the sides. Plus, it also can hit your eyes.
What about a ski mask or something like that?
Well, right. So what I'm looking at is probably getting what is called like a face shield. So it covers from your face, your whole face.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I'm looking online to see if I find some of, a couple of those and to make sure that.
But isn't it going to go underneath?
Well, at least it wouldn't hit directly. So it gives you some measure of protection. It covers the eyes.
It keeps you from touching your face. Number one, because
it keeps you from touching your face.
Yeah.
And then you have the mask on as well.
The mask on under it, so should be good protection.
So you won't touch your eyes.
Yeah.
Well, so it's a crazy world we live in right now.
Well, it's a crazy time.
Everyone,
crazy time that people should.
As far as finding things to do, all those projects that people put off, and think, I'm going to do that someday. I'm going to do that someday. I keep saying, I'm going to teach myself this keyboard thing that I got sitting over here.
Okay, so now we expect the next show you play some tunes.
And I've always wanted to learn another language. I've got this yard thing, this yard project that's going to take me probably another month to finish. Mm-hmm. And so I'm thinking, okay, one thing at a time, because this is going to be a while. So I got plenty of time to do this, just keep myself busy and, you know, just accomplish those things, you know, as I go along. And, you know, I've got puzzles here, got the internet.
Well, you're keeping yourself busy
for a long time. But you know, I hate to think about buying stuff though, because you don't know, you know, what's going to happen. I mean, what if I catch it? What if, you know, what's the sense in buying something if, you know, you're just going to be sick?
Well, you have to live your life, you know, live it to the fullest, because, okay, here's the deal. If you don't live your life right now to the very fullest and you do expire, let's say something bad happens and you do expire, then you've wasted, you know, you've wasted these great moments that you have. If you live your life to the fullest and you don't, and you live, you know, longer, then you'd actually enjoy the time that you had while you're waiting. So, I mean, I would say do something creative like you're doing. You're doing your yard work and you're maybe learn how to do the keyboard thing would be kind of good. Pick one thing or a couple things that you can do, like one you're doing outside, maybe something you could do inside. And then just kind of focus on those. So you're actually adapting something. And so when you start learning it, you'll start saying, yeah, look at this. I'm doing this. And you'll feel that self-gratification.
Yeah. And I think it's a good time for people to explore these inner talents that they may have never realized that they had, you know?
And I think that's good advice, because at the end of the day, you would have achieved something while you have been isolated. So I think it's good advice just to explore your possibilities. Yeah. You know,
there could be a rock star out there that doesn't know that they exist yet.
You never know.
Right? It could be you. It could be you. Could be our artist.
Yeah.
You on American Idol.
I have my karaoke box over here. I got a karaoke thing over here. I'm like, oh yeah, I should take that out too and start playing with my karaoke thing. And
the piano. Learn the keyboard and the karaoke together and sing and put yourself. Yeah.
You never know much.
I've got oil paints that I'm like, I got those one day and think I'm going to learn how to paint. Did I ever touch it? No, but I should now. You know,
should, because now you have the time. You know, the thing is that I don't think that when a caterpillar is crawling around that he knows one of these days he's going to fly. So
that's a good. That's nicely put.
Oh, that's good. That's smart. That's smart there.
So just get involved, man. Dive in.
Yeah. Well, there's an element in my business that I've been wanting to develop, and so that's what I've been doing. I've been just online creating that. So I'm kind of excited about adding that as an element to the Going Solo network. So
what is that?
I've been doing that. It's creating more of an online, where we can connect online. More, because we do the group stuff. I've always done a lot of the groups and things like that. So when we're back out again, we can continue on with the groups. But I also want an online element to it, because I think in our busy lifestyle, what we're finding now is being able to connect online is really an awesome thing to do. And I'm just writing an article about a little blog about the connection. I found another lady's blog and I read it, and it really inspired me. So I'm kind of feeding off of that. So I'll be posting that here about the connection and how important it is. And so I think we can do that online, which would be kind of a cool aspect too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we can do that. But it's true. It's being creative, letting yourself being able to go and do different things. And so, I would encourage you, Kathy, to definitely do the keyboard, and then you've got a very good voice. So do the karaoke thing and create something, You never know.
Yeah, you never know. By next week, you might be singing a song on the show.
Before all of this happened, I had gone into, what's the name of that music store? Sam Ash. And just because I was in the neighborhood and I stopped in, I'm like, I was looking for a book to show me how to do this keyboard, because everything I've had just does not give me the answer that I need.
Mm-hmm. I think YouTube might have some lessons for you.
What? Oh, well, YouTube. Okay, I've heard all of that, but I'm going somewhere with this. So anyways, I got to talking to these people, and they recommended a book for me and everything. And then, of course, they suggested YouTube too. And anyway, then they were talking about the other things that they have, lessons, that I could take. And I said, what kind of lessons do you have here? And they said, oh, we got all kinds of lessons. We have voice lessons. I said, voice lessons, really? So I signed up for voice lessons, but I can't take them now until after this is over, because I really want to sing the blues. That's really what I do.
Nice.
But,
yeah, see, I would think you could do that online. Find there's a place called Udemy, I think it's called. It's online, but look up online and see if there's any kind of voice courses online, people doing it, because I can connect through Zoom and you could do it all online.
I don't know. I just kind of like to do the one-on-one with a real person, with, somebody connecting with me and talking to me and telling me, you do this and do that. You're doing this wrong. And, and so that I can
they would be able to see you just like we're seeing each other here. They would be able to connect with you like that. So since you've got all this dead time, check it out. See if you find anything like that. But that would be good. But I think that would be kind of fun to sing the blues. I don't have that confidence. It's funny. I do this stuff, but I don't have the confidence to sing. I'm
telling you, I don't have the confidence either. And in fact, the first time I got up there to do karaoke, my legs were like Jello.
Oh.
I swear, they were like Jello, and my face was shaking. I could feel it, and I know that all these people were looking at me, and I'm like, but I've always wanted to do it. I always wanted to, when I was a little kid, people would ask me what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I'd say I wanted to be a singer.
You want to be a singer?
Oh.
Just go get it.
I use that. I don't think anything can stop you then. If that's truly what you want to do, you should just do
get it. There's nothing in the way.
I don't see myself being up there, a singer like singer. I like to sing. I've always loved to sing, but and I'm not really that great. But as long as I'm not afraid to get out there and do it now at all. Even when I know I'm bad, then I really screw up some songs real bad. But
singing makes you happy, though, doesn't it?
The thing is, like sometimes I sing along with songs because I like to sing myself, and.
So we should have you guys sing songs.
My brother always tells me, "Hey, you're singing the wrong words, man." So
we have trouble with the rights of the songs. Being able to play the songs, music rights. We'd have trouble with that.
Yeah.
So, but maybe they waited it in this difficult time. But I don't know. But yeah. But singing is good. I sing. I just don't think I'm very good at it.
You don't have to be. The thing is when you sing, it makes you happy, and as long as you're having fun with it, and it's making you happy. That's what you got to do.
That's right. And that's exactly what you should do. And you should do it. And my mom was very good at singing, and she could play the piano. Just listen to a song and play it. Sit down and play it.
Wow.
So she was fantastic. I did not get that skill or ability.
I didn't get it either.
My sister and my daughter can sing. They're pretty talented, but
good.
Yeah.
You might have a talent that you don't even know. Well, you got this.
I got the gab. I got the gift of gab.
You got the gift of gab. Yeah, you do. You do it very
gab
well.
And giggle. That's what I am. Gab and giggle.
Oh my.
So, yeah. So,
and
yeah,
you did something like that.
Yeah. So are we going to do a item? Did you pick a card?
I'm going to pick one now.
We're going to pick a card now. Let's see.
Oh, you're making us sound like a tarot reader.
Oh, you got a magnifying glass out.
Okay, here we go. You ready?
Here we go. Here we go.
When you're wearing it, What type of clothing makes you feel the most like the real you?
Ooh.
Jeans. Jeans and long sleeve shirts.
Long sleeve shirts?
And jeans, yeah.
And jeans? You feel like that's you.
That's me. A comfortable, loose fitting shirt and a pair of jeans. Comfortable jeans.
Right.
And I'm cool.
I like the boho style, and that's what, like I don't know how else I can describe it, just like the gypsy kind of look. Mm-hmm. And that's the way I liked. I think I was a gypsy in a past life.
You might have. You got the curly red hair. You could have been. You could have been.
I think that was a good one. I didn't steal from people.
No, that's true. No, you don't do that. But for me, I think it's bright lipstick.
Oh, yeah, and it looks good on you too.
I like bright lipstick, like red or bright pink or something like that. If I forget to put it on, it makes me feel better when I wear it, and it makes me feel like me. So yeah, so that's my answer is lipstick.
That's your answer, and you're sticking to it.
I'm sticking to it.
Get it? Stick,
and that's it.
That's it.
Yes.
That's right. So I used to say a pair of heels in lipstick, but I'm getting a little older.
Let me see that lipstick.
Lipstick, and you're good.
I mean, that's all a girl needs, right? A pair of heels and lipstick.
My God.
Come on. Even Kathy's laughing at that one. Okay.
All right. So we're all wearing what we feel good in, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you wearing? He said you're not wearing a long sleeve shirt, though. I'm surprised you said long sleeve shirt.
Yeah.
Not like a short sleeve, polo.
No.
Long sleeve.
Long sleeve shirts, a pair of jeans.
Mm-hmm. Oh, somebody just sent a message. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Okay. Next one.
I spy.
No, that's not good.
Oh, that was not good. Well, save that other one for Saturday night. We can re-ask that one.
Which one? When I just asked?
Yes.
Yeah, that was
the one you just put away.
So if no one's listening to us, they won't know what to say.
Yeah. How come nobody's listening to us anyway?
I don't know. What's up? Listen right now. Someone's listening to us now. Hey, who's ever listening to us, make a comment so we know you're listening. We know you're truly listening.
How can you tell?
Oh, someone else is listening.
Hey, everybody.
Show your comment. Pardon? All right.
Hello?
Yeah, I hear you. What's the deal? What's our next card? Draw the card, please.
If you were offered 5 acres of land anywhere in the world, where would you want your property to be located?
That's a tough one.
5 acres of land.
5 acres, that's a lot.
Yes, 5 acres of land.
What would you do with it?
What would I do with it? Where would it be and what would I do with it?
They didn't ask what you would do with it. I'm asking that part.
But. Oh, she threw in a trick one. Okay. You want to go first, Derek?
I am thinking.
Yeah, let's ask Derek.
I know. Well, we don't know what to do.
I am probably thinking back home in Trinidad and Tobago, probably on a beach in Tobago somewhere. 5 acres of land on the beach. I'll be happy.
And you'd build a vacation home for Cece on there, wouldn't you?
You would invite all of your friends, right?
I'll invite all my friends. It's 5 acres of land. It's going to be big.
I say I'm in.
Doesn't say you're rich or anything. You just have the land.
No, you know what? Once you have the land, you can build the house.
Well, and if you've got beach land,
beachland.
Got it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Beachfront. Yeah. Oh well, yeah, that would be you've got some. You could sell off a couple acres and still
be happy.
Your stuff. So we'll get you in a business. We'll get you going.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I think for me, it would be, I'd want to be wherever my kids are, you know. I'd like to be closer to my family. So I think I would say if I have 5 kids, so I'd probably give them each an acre and say, where you guys want to be, you know. And then I just hop from acre to acre.
Yeah, if you could split up the acres, if you could split up the acres in different parts of the world, that would be cool.
That wasn't the question.
I know.
That's very creative, though. That's smart, actually. Yeah, that was smart to divide them up into 5 acres into different acres.
If this was a wish, you have to be careful what you wish for. So, you know, you could end up on the beach, but, you know, you could have a tsunami or something.
Not in Tobago.
Okay.
No. No tsunami.
I mean, I would love a place on the beach. I would love a place on the beach, but I wouldn't want to play. Well, okay. I guess it would be Hawaii. No, I might have a volcano there.
Well, you know, if you're going to split it up, you could do like an acre on the beach. You could have an acre like in the mountains or something like Tennessee or something, you know, to see the leaves change. And then you could have an acre in like Washington State or Alaska or something like that. You could have an acre.
I've been splitting up. I'll definitely have a couple acres in Tobago. I'll have an acre in Colorado. Probably an acre in New York somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, if you had an acre of land in downtown New York, you'd have some fun.
If you had all of these acres, does that mean that you have to live there all the time?
Well,
you know,
that.
Okay. Because, you know, okay. All right. Yeah. There's so many places that I love that are beautiful that, you know, I couldn't make up my mind on that. It would be so hard.
Yeah, like Spain is very nice.
Oh my God, southern Spain is beautiful.
Yeah. And I've been to Scotland and Ireland.
I love Ireland. Ireland is beautiful.
Ireland is beautiful. New Zealand is a fantastic
I've
place.
Heard.
Yeah.
So we need a lot of acres.
Yeah, I think if all of us had acres, then we could, you know, go to each other's acres.
All up.
Yeah.
All our acres up. If everybody had 5 acres, we could go all this place.
If I want somewhere in California, you know, it's.
I know. When I was going to the divorce group, right, we used to say we were going to make like a compound, right, where everybody would have their own apartment or their own house, and then we'd have one joint thing in the middle where we could all come and have our dinner and hang out and talk and all that.
I thought of that idea myself. I have thought about that idea. I have thought about this idea of having, you know, these little tiny houses and, you know, having like buying a place, doing that 5 acres somewhere and out in the woods or something, you know, and everybody builds each other's, you know, little tiny house and, you know, it's like a commune in a way. So everybody shares farming and, you know, all of this kind of stuff. And then they go out there and they cook. This is my little dream. Go out there and they cook together. And everybody gets along. Nobody gets mad at each other. No fighting allowed.
Yeah.
And
I think that's called an RV park.
An RV park. You know what?
They have little tiny houses and they're in an RV park, right? And then they have the big area with the swimming pool.
Oh my God! No, she's.
Oh my God! You're actually. You're actually right. That is what it is. It wasn't my idea at all.
Who come up with that first, Kathy?
Oh my God!
What was your idea? Those RV parks. You know, some of those RV now are like unbelievable. You know. Oh yeah. So they can be very, very beautiful.
Very beautiful and very expensive.
Yeah.
And their own little culture too, you know. Everybody knows each other, and they meet up at different parks, and you know, they've got their, it's kind of like all these little things, like the boating community, they have their own little culture there. And you know, the RVs, and what else? What else?
Well, you know what it's truly about? It's about the connection. You have an interest, right? And so then you connect based on that particular interest.
Yeah.
And so that's really what it is, which is great. I mean, I think that, you know, that people want to have this connection with others. So yeah, so that's good. So what's our next card?
You ready?
Ready.
All right.
We've already done our acres. We've sold them. Oh no, is this one bad? That's this one. I think my favorite one is about the clothing or whatever you wear. I think, oh, it's a good one.
Okay, what's your favorite? Your favorite position? And location to be in when you want to completely relax. You got a dirty mind, CP.
Yeah, it already went there a couple times. What is your favorite position?
Here's an example.
Okay.
Curled up in your favorite chair in the den, or lying on a towel at the beach, etc.
Listen, I'm single and locked up in my house with my father. No.
Well, I would say.
So your favorite position and at your favorite place. Okay, and this is not supposed to be X-rated, this show.
Right. My favorite position. I can't help but go there.
I'm going to keep out of this one.
You're keeping out of that one.
I ain't touching that one, but but I know how Kathy's head is, because last week she almost accused me of being a pedophile, so I know where she is.
I did not.
Not Kathy, sorry. I mean, I'm Sissy, Kathy. I'm sorry, not you, Sissy. So, we know how Sissy is. We know how her mind goes. You know. So.
Okay, my favorite position is like in my bed, and I have, like, you know, I'm sitting up a little bit, and I've put the pillow underneath my legs, because it's just comfortable that way. And I'm partially sitting up, and it just feels comfortable. And then what was the other part?
I think you should stop there.
So you were in your bed. You're in bed, sitting up somewhat. And
yeah, if I have something, like, if I treat myself to something, you know, like what I'm just, oh my God, I'm just craving these things all the time. And I don't know what's wrong with me. These Haagen-Dazs, I might have told you about last week, those Haagen-Dazs ice cream bars. And I've been buying those things, like, you know, I don't want to run out. My neighbor, when she asked me today, do you need anything? I'm like, oh yeah, I need some Haagen-Dazs.
So Kathy,
your comfort food.
You want us to believe that when you're in your bed, you crave Haagen-Dazs.
Now, who's got a dirty mind now?
I didn't.
Are you using my lipstick?
Oh, no, it was the laugh. I know the laugh.
Oh my God. Well, I thought of what mine could be. Mine could be in a lawn chair, looking over the 5 acres that Derek's going to have. I think that would be in a lawn chair, sipping, you know, a cocktail. I think that would be my favorite place.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's kind of
I do like going to the beach or sitting by the pool. I do. I find
it is nice. You know, it is really nice when you go to the beach and when you're with a group of people and, you know, just, yes, laying back and relaxing on the sand and, you know, the weather is perfect and everything. And you just got your little glass of wine and you're just, you know, just having a nice time. That's nice.
Yeah,
right?
It is.
Yeah, I like that. I like that
Oh,
too.
yes.
Like I have this big, it's a great big, I would get it out if I had knew where it was, but it's a great big, like a cooler type cup, you know, but it's big. It's like big around, like this big around, and then it's like this tall. It's like a big thing. And so I'll make frozen like margaritas or frozen daiquiris or something like that, and I'll put that in there and take it to the beach. And so it's frozen, really frozen. Put it in the freezer, make sure it's really frozen. So when I go to the beach, it kind of thaws out. That's a great, and it's real cool, and I get like slushy like. That is a nice drink when you're sitting on the floor by the beach. So I do like to drink like that because I think that's kind of fun. Yeah, I like that.
Is there enough to share?
No. Yes, it's huge. It's a very huge thing, but yeah.
Oh my God.
And then it's time to go home and get some more. No. But yeah, I do enjoy that. I enjoy that very much. So, and you can make it as strong as you want, or not any at all, whatever. Yeah.
Yes.
So, Derek.
Okay, what's the next one? Derek doesn't want to answer because he's worried.
I'm not going to touch that.
Oh,
I'm not worried. I just,
I'm taking a shower or something. You don't
You're
enjoy
afraid
that.
It's going to go somewhere because you got your mind in the curve.
No, not really. But honestly, my favorite position is lying on my bed, and I really get into my head, my thoughts, and I meditate and stuff, lying prone. And that's my favorite place, believe it or not.
Okay. Well, beds are always comfortable.
Very comfortable.
Yeah. Okay. You ready for the next one?
Ready for the next one. What do we have in store for us? Oh, this is the last one because we're down to the countdown already.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what? Time goes by so fast on this show.
When we start doing this kind of stuff, it's fun.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this on Saturday. We're gonna do these little things on Saturday. Yeah.
All right. What is one particular event that many people love to attend that you personally think is utterly boring, if not downright dreadful?
I don't know.
Well, I do not like ballets.
Okay. But I don't think a lot of people love to attend them either. But I mean, but they're okay.
Yeah.
I had somebody that loved them. I mean, I knew somebody that loved ballets, and she just like, oh, please, we were going to New York, and she'd say, when we're in New York, will you go to a ballet with me? And I'm like, oh, I really don't want to. Oh, please go to the ballet. And I'm like, okay. It took a while, and finally I agreed to go. I said, I'm going to go, but if I start getting antsy, I might want to get up and walk out here and there, and I'm warning you ahead of time. And so she was happy that I agreed to go. So, but that's what happened. I got antsy and I had to get up and walk out, and came back a couple of times, and it was just boring for me. I don't like ballets.
I would say for me would be church.
Church?
Mm-hmm.
You don't like to go to church?
No. It has become boring for me.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because I don't get anything when I go there.
Mm-hmm. And then you need to switch it up, go to a different church then.
I've gone to several churches. I don't get anything.
You should come to the church I go to. You might like it because it's very different. It's very young, very young. The preacher is very young. And they sing a lot, and they're active.
Yeah. After the singing is done, I'm ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but his talk is very short and everything. You might like it. I don't know. For me, I don't know if I like the opera. I'm not sure if I like the opera.
Well, I like operas, but damn, they're so expensive.
Well, I wanted to be an opera singer, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
You wanted to be an opera singer?
Yeah.
See, I can't understand what they're saying because I don't speak that language. I don't know. Most of them.
Well, it's the feeling.
Yeah, I mean that probably okay, but I like to know what the heck they're saying.
Well, the last opera that I went to, they had the video up ahead on the screen, and it told the words, wrote out the words that they were singing
in English. Yeah.
I probably would like that then. I shouldn't say that because one of my high school girlfriends, she's a beautiful singer, and I would go and see her forever, because I just support her, but I just don't know if that's my cup of tea. But if they had the words, maybe it would be all right. But guys, we got to close because we got another show after this. So yeah, this was a lot of fun.
We have a date Saturday night then.
Okay, Saturday night, 8 o'clock.
Don't forget to send the link to my email, okay?
Okay, all right. And then share it. Make sure you get a lot of people come so we have fun.
Share it out.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
All right, so you guys are listening to WGSN-DB Going Solo Network. This is the boy and girl thing. And bye for now. We'll see you next week.
See you next week. Bye-bye.
Hey, Stacey, I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye.
Yeah, I got to go to the other show.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Bye.